Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamo-o-Alikum. Learn math with Weather. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to discuss about how to solve quadratic equation by factoring and what are its rules. So in this video I will discuss about when a value is 1, so how you will factor the quadratic equation. We will use the product sum rule here. This I put the example here, x square plus 4x plus 4. How we can factor it? Basically you need two numbers. When you times, that will give the c value here, the c value, that's 4. So you need to times two numbers, that's give you 4, and here the p value that's given to us 4 right now. So we will write here 4 again. It has positive sign, so positive sign the both contains, and when you add or subtract, that's giving you 4. Product sum rule basically. If you look at the rule here, it's mentioned ax square plus bx plus c for factoring. It can be any a, b and c value, but find the two numbers that will make this equation true. So ax square plus bx plus c, here a can be any value, b can be any value, c can be any value. According to this equation, if I compare this quadratic standard form with this one, so a is 1 here, b is 4 and c is 4. They are saying find the two numbers that will make these equations true. You have to figure out the two perfect numbers that make your equation true. So what two number that would be, and how you can figure out? You need two numbers many times, that will give you a times c. So right now in this equation, what's the a is 1 times 4 was that 4. That's why I mentioned here, when you times, that will give you 4. And when you're going to add or subtract, that's giving you the b. What's the b? Is the second term of the equation. That's 4 in this equation. It's mentioned here. And then you have to take out the common. So how we can figure out the perfect numbers? So we'll write the factor of the c value. Factor of c value. So what are the factors of c value? That's 4. So 4 factors are what? Plus minus 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. So plus minus 1. It can be factor. Plus minus 4 can be factor. And plus minus 2 one more, because 2 times 2 is 4. These are the just factors of 4. So we have to select two numbers from it. So it's 4 here. I can't take 4 and 1, because 4 minus 1, that's 3. And if you're multiplying the 4 with 4, that's giving you 4. But when you're adding, that's not giving you the 4, and when you're subtracting, that's not giving 4. So we can take 2 and 2. So if I'm taking 2 and 2 here, both contain positive signs, so it means that this one also contains positive sign. 2 times 2, that's 4. When you're adding it, that's become 4. After that, what we will do, we will write our equation here, x square plus 4x. So I am going to replace the b value with the factors that we got. The factors what we got, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. So I will write here x square plus, what is the value that we have, we find out as a factor. We will write here plus 2x and plus 2x plus 4 equals to 0. So here, what's in first term, what's the common? That's x, so you'll take out the x from it, so x plus 2, and you'll take out the 2 from it, plus 2x plus 2, that's equals to 0. After that, you will mention here x plus 2 and x plus 2, that's equals to 0. You'll make them equals to 0. So this is the factor form basically, and you can make it equals to 0. So that's become x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 2. We got the both values same, negative, negative. What I did here, basically in first term I have make the pair, and there was x common, so that's why I taken x from it, and from the last term there's 2 common, that's why I taken out the 2 from it. And one most important thing when you're doing factoring, when you do take common, you will see that in bracket you're getting same terms. So you can see that I got x plus 2 and x plus 2 same. It's mean you are doing the fraction factoring right, and if you're not getting the same value, it's mean that you're doing some mistake. So that was the first example. Now we look at the second example. In second example, you can see that here's the 4 terms, n square minus 10n plus 22 equals to negative 2. So first of all, we know that quadratic equation contains 3 terms. According to standard form, if you look at here, ax square plus bx plus c, 3 terms are here, but in this equation it's 4 terms are here. It's means that I have to first of all rearrange it and combine the like terms. So n square minus 10n, what we will do here, you can see 2 is a constant term here and 22 is constant term on the left side. So you will move the minus 2 to the left side, so plus 22, and then you will move the 2 to the left side, that's become plus 2 equals to 0. N square, so you will write here n square minus 10n. Now 22 plus 2, that's 24. So now it's stable. Now 3 terms are here. Now we have to do factors. Same rule we will do. You can see that a times c we have to do the. First of all, we have to write that, check that number. So a is here 1. 1 times 24, what's that? 24. So it means that we need two numbers. When you do the product of it, that will give you positive 24. And what's the b values? When you're going to add or subtract, that's giving you negative 10. Now what we will do, we will write the factors of 24. So what are the factors, possible factors of 24? That's plus minus 1. 1 times 24 is 24, so plus minus 24. Then plus minus 2 times 12 is 24, so plus minus 12 here come. After that 3 times 8 is 24, so plus minus 3 times 8, so plus minus 8, 24. And then 6 times 4 is 24, so plus minus 6 and plus minus 4, that's 24. Okay, these are the factors. So I have to select from this one the two numbers. If I'm taking 1 and 24, when you're going to times the 1 with 24, that's giving you 24. But when you're adding or subtracting the 24 into 1, that's not giving you negative 10. So it means that this factor we will not use. Then we will select another one. 2 and 12 we are using. 2 times 12 we know that's 24. But when you're adding or subtracting, when you're adding the 2 and 12, that's giving you 14. That's not giving you 10. So it means this one we will not use. If we change the sign of it, minus 2 and plus 12, so that will give us positive 10. It's giving us positive 10, but here is negative 10. So if we use plus 2 and minus 12, that give us negative 10. But when you are multiplying negative 12 with 2, that's giving you negative 24. But in question it's positive 24. So it's mean that we can't use this one also. So after that we will look at the 6 and 4. 6 and 4 when you're adding, that's giving you 10, and when you're going to times it, that's giving you 24. So we write here 6 and 4. Now what sign we will write with it? Minus 6 and minus 6 if we do, so that's giving us minus 10, and when you are multiplying it, that's giving us positive 24. Yeah, so this will work. So then we will replace it, our 10 and with its factor. So n square minus 6n minus 4n plus 24 equals to 0. Now what we will look at the first term. What's the common there? N square means that two n's are here. You will take out the one n from it, so that's become n minus 6. And from the last term you will take out the minus 4, so that's become n. When you're dividing by negative 4 n plus 24. When you're dividing by negative 4, both terms. So 4 divided by 4, that's positive, because minus minus plus. So 1n plus minus plus is minus 24 divided by 4, that's 6. So n minus 6. So we will write here n minus 6. Now you can see that same thing we got inside the terms, same n minus 6. It means factoring is right. After that we will write here, we will write one thing outer one pair and the other one inside pair, that is common. So we just write once that one. N minus 4 equals to 0 and n minus 6 equals to 0. This is our factor form. But if in the question they are asking that simplify the value, also solve for the value variable, then you will make them both separate. N minus 4 equals to 0, n minus 6 equals to 0. And then you will move this 4 to the right side, that's become n equals to positive 4. And when you move the 6 to the right side, that's become n equals to positive 6. And that's the answer. If you're still liking the video and you're understanding it, so do comment and subscribe my channel to support me. And if you don't know about the difference between linear and quadratic, factoring, how to solve quadratic by quadratic formula, you can watch that video also. I will put in the description. Alright, now let's move on to the third example. N square plus 3n minus 12. Now again same thing here. In this equation, the value that is terms are here 4, so we will first rearrange it. 3n minus 12 minus 6, because when you move the 6 to the left side, that's become negative 6. So minus 6 equals to 0. And then after that you will see that in first term what thing is common, so you'll take out the n from it, so n plus 3 that's become, and last term there is minus 6 is common, so you will do 6 times. Okay, so 3n minus 12 minus oh yeah, 12 has no n. 12 is a constant term. So first of all we will do n square plus 3n minus 18, that's equals to 0. And then after that we have to find the factor of 18 negative, we need to times two numbers that give us positive 18. When you add the two numbers, that will give you the positive 3. Negative 18, positive 3. So in this one, if you write the factor of 18, that's 6 plus minus 6 plus minus 3 plus minus 2 plus minus 9. That these are the factors, plus minus 18 and plus minus 1. So if you take the 3 and 6, 6 times 3 is 18. Yeah, that's right. It's minus here. So we will take with 6 positive sign, because here this, when you're adding or subtracting, so the number contain positive sign, it's mean that the bigger number contain positive sign and smaller number contain negative sign. So 6 minus 3. So 6, positive 6 and minus 3 you will use, because when you're subtracting it, that's give you the positive 3, and when you're multiplying it, that's giving you the negative 18. So these are our perfect factors, 6 and negative 3. We are going to replace the second term by positive 6 and negative 3. So n squared plus 6n minus 3n minus 18, that's equals to 0. And what's common in the first two term? First term, what's common there? There is n common. So you take out the n from it, that's become n plus 6. And in last two term, they both are divisible by 3. There is no variable is common, but there is 3 common and with negative sign, because they both contain negative sign. So we take out the negative sign. When we have taken out the negative sign from it, so it's become positive n, and 3 divided by 3, that's 1. 3 times 6, that's 18, and equals to 0. So n minus 3 and n plus 6 equals to 0. That's our answer. And if we are solving for the variable, so n minus 3 equals to 0 and n plus 6 equals to 0. You will bring this 3 to the right side. So n equals to positive 3, that's become, and n equals to negative 6, that's become. And that's our final answer. I hope you guys like the video, you understand about it. So do subscribe my channel and click on the like. So take care, goodbye.